What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I'm back again with another video. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Rivah. It's very nice to meet you. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And as I always say, make sure you guys leave your comments in the comment section down below. It does not matter how you feel about this video. We all want to talk about it. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH_JORDON. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into the video. A lot of you guys were sending this exact video to my DM asking for me to react to this video. And as you already know, your girl's not going to disappoint. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into the video.
Engagement ring is very weird. I'm not sure how he can surprise you with a ring that you paid for and bought. It's strange. I feel like if he can't get you the ring you want, then like he can upgrade you like later on or whatever. After a year, after 5 or whatever.
Hold on. Kayla, I got a question for you. Do you care about the size or the value of the ring?
Let's not get into this, Anton, because then it's going to turn into Kayla, you're materialistic, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't want to.
Kayla, I think that you should like what you want, and you are your own person, and I think that you know what I'm saying, that's fine for you to have preferences. I don't have a problem with it.
So yes, there is a certain expectation of ring, and I want it to be better than my last ring for sure. So I want it to be.
What do you mean your last ring?
I actually want.
You talking about your last engagement ring?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait. I got so many questions. Hold on. So, did you give your
sometimes men get things because you say men don't care about engagement rings, but like kind of the world that I come from, like that's the men's one thing. That's their one way. And when they're out like that, that's them. You know what I mean? That shows to other men what they like. It's a status thing. So that was a very status ring. It wasn't what I want. Wasn't the cut. It wasn't anything. It just was just like, oh, I can get her a ring that's like this. So I want a ring that like someone like that I want that's like means something and special.
You didn't like the last one?
No, not like that one.
Did you give it back?
Yeah, of course. You have to give it back.
I'm saying you gave it back when he gave it to you. Like, nah, I'm good on this.
No, I mean when the engagement got called off, I gave it back. Like, this doesn't work, and you give him.
Did you tell him that you wasn't rocking with the ring when he gave it to you?
No, I didn't want to hurt the feelings.
Did you tell him afterwards?
No, it didn't matter at that point.
Is he watching the show? Did you just break it to him?
It's probably not. No,
he don't care.
He doesn't care.
Okay, so wait a minute.
I hope he's not watching the show.
But it does matter.
I think it does matter. Because certain women have things that they like.
All of the ladies? Does it matter to y'all? The size of the ring, whatever?
Nah. I have a picture in mind. Here's a picture you can go off of. That's what I was going to ask her. Did you show him a picture of what you like, your preference?
My mom has everything that I like. My mom knows exactly how I want everything. So
did she ask her? Did he ask her?
She said that they discussed it. But then he still picked something like completely opposite than what they spoke about.
Kayla, I got a question for you.
Before Anton gets in, okay, I know why you guys have asked me to do this reaction because I did a previous video where a lady was saying that, you know, her ring has to be a certain amount of money, you know, for her to go along with the relationship, and so this is kind of like the same thing. So she's saying that she got a ring before. It may have been a nice ring, it may have been a status ring, but it was not her style. So her main concern now is going forward. She wants to make sure that it's going to be something that is her style, something that she's going to like, something that she really wants. I just genuinely feel, you know, Anton asked any of the women, like, oh, does any of this matter to you? I just genuinely feel that person, you need... If this person can buy you a better ring but treats you worse or treats you bad or treats you in a certain way, doesn't have the same morals that you have, doesn't have the same life standards that you have, I think the bigger emphasis is not on the ring. So many women do this thing about rings and, you know, they really just want a certain ring that they can show off that ring to other women, right? Show off their status to other people. It's a status symbol. And more emphasis needs to be on the marriage itself, the man itself, the woman itself, the relationship, than all of these extra entities. Okay, people focus on the extravagant wedding, the ring, the all of this stuff, but like, what about like the actual tools that's going to make that marriage withstand the test of time? That's what's more important. All this other stuff is, she said it right. All this other stuff is very materialistic.
I know your situation. I'm not trying to ask your situation or none of that. No, honestly, this ain't no like disingenuous junk or none of that, right? This is real talk. Do you think that you have like crazy? Because I think it's dope to have preferences. Do you think you have crazy, unrealistic expectations of men in general?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so for real?
Because there's men that are able to meet them. So why
No,
would I?
I agree with that, but
So
I'm
why
just
would I
saying,
feel like it's like obviously it's not going to be your everyday guy, but I don't want him anyway. So
I'm not. I agree with you. There are men that can swing it. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is,
But the thing is the guy that's not the everyday guy that is capable of doing these things. What does he want? What does that guy want? I'm sure that guy doesn't want to be in a relationship with someone who is comparing the things that he provides for you or buys for you to the past relationship that you were in or the past engagement you were in. What if he buys the exact same ring that the other guy bought? The emphasis shouldn't be on that. The emphasis should be that this is a person who is willing and wants to spend the rest of their life with you, willing to protect you at all costs, willing to hold it down for you, provide whatever lifestyle it is that you're desiring, assist you in your goals, and helping you being the best version of yourself.
you don't think like because you don't just want you just don't you're not even interested in the regular guy then, right? Like not even a little bit. Like if the dude is dope, he's nice looking, he fits all the boxes as far as looks and conversation and personality and all of that, but he ain't really getting the bag like that. He's just a regular dude. Let's just say he made $55,000, $60,000 a year. You're not interested at all
No.
in even having that conversation.
No,
You're cutting him off.
I'm not even talking to him.
Wow, that's impressive.
I want to homeschool. We can't homeschool 50K.
But what if he just starts off at 50K and he's willing to build?
I'm 31. Most of the men I date are 40 plus. If you're 40 plus making 50K, what you been doing for the past 15 years? No, nigga, move. No.
I'm making 10 times.
It's the no move for me. It's the no N-word move for me. You have men that are maybe for whatever age making 50K, 60K, 65K. Some of them are just starting out. Next year they're going to be making 100K, 200K, 400K, 500K, a million. Maybe it took them a little rough time to get started, but once they get off their feet, that's it. Sky's the limit. But because of how you feel and because you're not willing because of your age to be a part of that and grow with this man because you think that they're just supposed to already have everything together and then just pick you and that's it. You're like, oh no, I'm good. So how many good, suitable, marriage-minded men are you gonna pass up on because of your ideals, standards, what you think is the best? And listen, I agree with what Anton said. Everybody's entitled to preferences. Everyone's entitled to have certain standards that they want. Everyone's entitled to that. But sometimes, just sometimes, exactly the person that is supposed to be with you, exactly the person that is meant for you, you are too busy looking at the people who aren't meant for you that meet these certain criteria that you miss great guys, great relationships. You could be literally missing your husband because you over here fantasizing about somebody else, and then when you get to a certain age and it's still not happening for you, then you're like, oh dang, I remember this guy, that guy, this guy. They already married at that point. They already found somebody to get on their page at that point.
You're 40. What have you been doing?
I didn't know you dated 40-year-olds.
Yeah, like mostly every single guy I date is over 40. So it's like, what have you been doing? What are you doing?
Wow.
You haven't figured
Well,
it out by
what if he gives
40
you a
and you're
basic
supposed to
ring?
teach me? I mean, I don't know.
What if he give you a basic ring? Because,
What do you
like,
mean
for
by basic?
example, the rings that I've gotten Rita, they've been upgraded over the years. So we kind of
Right.
just over the years, every 5 years, I upgrade her and get her a
Yeah,
different one.
that's
But the
dope.
first one that I got her, I don't know, that ring couldn't have been no more than $300.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
we was
y'all was
young,
like
we was
20
22.
and y'all was like kids.
Yeah, we
No,
was
but if
22
someone's
years
making
old.
money though.
I was getting money. I
Yeah.
had the money, but we just didn't. We didn't care about that.
Didn't care about that. Been married for a long time. You want to know why? Because the ring that you have on your finger that you're walking around and wearing, again, to show off on other people as a status symbol, whatever the case is, that's not going to help you when you guys are having tough times in your marriage. That's not going to help you when you guys need marriage counseling. That's not going to help you do anything. It's not going to help you pay the bills. It's not, I mean, unless you're going to pawn it or sell it at some point when you're going through a rough patch. But that is not glue to keep you guys together. That's why the ring doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter.
That's a no go.
I don't know. I feel like
You can have a man that's so capable, right? Like, can meet a man that's so capable of buying that ring, but chooses to put his money elsewhere, chooses to put his money in assets or things that are going to, over time, give him back a return on his investments, right? So he's like, I'm not spending that much money on a ring. My goal for a ring is $300, even though I can afford to spend however much money on a ring. I'm not going to spend that. I'm going to spend this much money because it's not in the cards for me. Are you telling me that you're going to tell that man no? You're going to pass up on being in a relationship with that man because he can't supply you with a material item that you would like?
asking for too much. Like
I was just, I mean,
we've agreed on
like
like a price. We've actually discussed like a price range, and I don't think that like that he's comfortable with it. I think that we can find what I like in that price range. So I think it's fine.
What's the price range? You don't have to answer. You could just say I don't want to answer. That's cool.
Or put
But
it in
if
the
you
back
feel like
chat.
sharing,
Put it in the back chat.
The price range is between 20 and 30.
Oh God, that's a property.
20 and 30,000 for the first ring?
Mhm.
Is that a lifetime ring? Like forever?
No, but probably for like 5 at least.
5 years, and then you got to get another one, another 20, another
I don't
40,
have to,
50?
but I'll be cool for like 10 years actually, because with the specific ring that I want, I'll be good to the end because I love this ring. But if he wants to upgrade after that, he can if he wants. But I would be cool for the rest of the marriage with just this ring, to be honest, because I love this ring.
Oh,
Can I be honest enough to say that this is what keeps our people broke? Keeping up with the Joneses? And the Joneses don't exist? Can I just be honest enough to say that this is what keeps our people broke? You want a $20,000 to $30,000 ring, engagement ring, wedding ring, whatever. Okay? I know people personally who are wealthy people, okay? They're not black people. The people that I'm talking about, for example. And they're wealthy people, and they would absolutely never, and they have more than enough funds to be able to buy that ring and not even lose, like their bank account won't even go down like that. You know what I'm saying? It barely touch their bank account. And they would never do that. They would much rather buy, like you said, a property. They much rather invest in something, invest in stocks, or invest in other places. They would never, absolutely never, ever, okay, use that amount of money for a materialistic item. They wouldn't do it. That's just absurd.
oh, you know the specific ring. What if he doesn't get you that specific ring? Would you be okay with that?
I mean, as long as it looks similar. If it's not this exact designer, like you have to get over it. But as long as it's gold, yeah, we can.
Are you gonna go get it tested, like diamond tested?
No, I wouldn't do that. His diamonds are real. I'm not gonna question that. Diamond tested. That's a little disrespectful, don't you think?
I'm just saying, what if a guy feel like he trying to impress you and he really like you as a person? He just don't feel like you gonna give him a shot because he don't feel like he can afford you.
What she bring to the table to need a $30K ring?
Okay, because
that's your question. I ain't asked that.
I'm asking that shit.
It don't matter. You ain't him.
I've heard women wanting more than that. I've heard women wanting a more expensive ring than that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
no, I'm not saying your number is not the first time I'm hearing that. I mean, I feel like, you know how sometimes if you get a brand new car and as soon as you drive that shit off the lot, it depreciates. That's the same thing with the ring.
Right? Yeah, you're right.
And for me, like, no, never mind, whatever.
No, I mean it is a depreciating asset, but if it's a quality ring and if it's Cartier, it's actually appreciating. It's going to appreciate. It's not going to depreciate, and then it's going to eventually become vintage Cartier, and it's going to be like worth way more money than.
Yeah, I mean, a man if a man's gonna spend that much money on me on a ring, you better have other shit lined up.
It's like, most men don't they spend 3 times? Isn't the ring usually 3 times your monthly income?
I mean,
no. We're
right.
I don't know.
We're right in we're
right
there.
That,
that's that.
Taylor's right. I've heard that it's a certain amount of what a man makes monthly.
It's 3 months,
that's
right?
BS. Don't ever let them lie to you and tell you that was real. I don't know who they listen. The same people that came up with that is the same people that came up with Sweetest Day. It's not a real holiday. Sweetest Day. It's not real.
Sweetest Day.
I think it's interesting that there's Anton who's on the. Listen, Anton does not speak for every single man that is making a certain amount of money. Okay? Let's just say that. But I think it's interesting that you have a man who is wealthy on the panel, who's been married for a long time, since he was in his early 20s, and who is making, again, a certain amount of money. And he's like, absolutely not. Like, hell no. Like, hell no. And then wanting that name brand ring. See, I'm just gonna be real. I think this is all like blah 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 blah. I think this is all blah 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 because for me, what's your soul looking like? Okay, can I trust you? Are you gonna harm me? Are you harmful? Like, are you a respectable person? What are your morals like? What's your character? These are the things that matter the most to me. Everybody has their own ideals or ideas of what they want, or their ideal person or ideal picture. I understand that everybody's entitled. Not everybody is going to stick to certain, certain things. Some people are going to be like more materialistic and think about the money and the finances and all that. But I want to know: are you a good person? If I procreate with you and have a son, am I going to be happy if my son grows up to be exactly like you are? That's what's the most important. Can I build a legacy with you? Can we build some generational wealth? So our kids don't know what even struggle is. That's what's the most important. Can we build? Okay? I'm not trying to just jump in because you have all this stuff and then just see what, ice me out. No. I want to know how your heart. I want to know the type of person that you are. How do you treat your family members? How do you treat your mother, your father? What kind of relationship do you have with them? There's so much more intricate things than finance. And this whole, I don't consider myself to be a regular person, as in, like, I don't follow the status quo. Right? So I'm not going to just, oh, yeah, well, it has to be 3 times, and that's what my man has to do. And I'm going to pick out a ring, and I'm going to show him what I want to do. Because none of that matters. None of that matters. You could miss out on a good man looking at the wrong things.
Sweetest Day?
No.
Sweetest Day?
Y'all never heard of Sweetest Day? Rubber band.
I've heard of it. Are we saying it right?
Oh, okay. Rita said that's only a Midwest thing, I guess.
I've never heard of it.
Y'all ain't never heard of Sweetest Day?
I never hear a lot of shit. So
Kayla, you've heard of it, right?
That Chicago,
That's what they celebrate.
But yeah, I mean, overall, that's what most people say is that the engagement ring is three months of his income. That would be the cost.
Yeah.
So this cost is.
But it can't. But the relationship can't be based in finances,
It's
though,
not.
right? But it's something that if it's not based in finances, then why would you give a dude a chance that couldn't afford that ring?
I mean, one, I'm not giving anyone any chances other than who I'm with now. But overall, I mean,
I'm speaking hypothetically.
I mean, no. For me, it's about what I want in the marriage and what I want in the family. And I want to homeschool. I want to do certain things. So those things cost money.
The thing is, right? Sometimes it's interesting because sometimes you can be sitting down with a man and you can be telling him what you want. She said that we discussed 30,000. That's what we discussed, and you can have like all this dialogue with your man or with this man and all this kind of stuff, and it not even work out. It not even get there. He listening, but it's going in one ear and out the other. I'm not saying that this is her exact situation because I don't know her, right? Obviously, and I don't know, her guy, and I don't know the situation, the conversation, none of that. But if a man meets you and he cannot afford a certain thing, listen, if you don't want to, hey, you have your right. You can date as much as you want to guys that are in your certain, financial, whatever the case is, whatever your expectations are. You can do your thing. Who am I to tell you what to do? However, my opinion is a lot of the emphasis needs to be on other things besides what we can show off to our peers, besides the name brands that are going to make us look a certain way. Because we saw either somebody else with it, we saw somebody else have it, and now we feel like we are entitled to those exact things. That's all I'm going to say. Let me know. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this video. You guys requested it, so I'm sure you guys are going to leave your comments in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and again, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at @RIVAH_JORDON. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you.